Sarah Martinez hadn't always been the kind of mother who checked her daughter's phone. In fact, she'd prided herself on being the cool mom who respected privacy and trusted her kids to make good decisions. That was before she lost her younger sister to an online predator scheme that started exactly like this, with innocent-looking emoji patterns that meant something far more sinister. Now, as she stared at her 13-year-old daughter Emma's phone screen, her hand trembling around her third cup of coffee, the patterns were impossible to ignore. Random strings of emojis that seemed meaningless to the untrained eye. But Sarah wasn't untrained. Not anymore. For the past decade, she'd immersed herself in cybersecurity, turning her sister's tragedy into a mission. She'd become one of Silicon Valley's top experts in teen online behavior patterns, consulting for major tech companies on their safety protocols. Yet somehow, she'd missed the signs in her own home. The change in Emma had been gradual, like watching shadows lengthen on a summer evening. First, it was the missed family dinners. Then the dropped soccer team captaincy, something Emma had dreamed about since she was 8. Her once vibrant daughter now moved through their modern San Francisco home like a ghost, headphones permanently attached, eyes glued to her screen. "It's just a phase," her husband Mike had said, focused on his architectural designs. "Remember what you were like at her age?" But Mike hadn't seen what Sarah had seen in her work. He hadn't sat across from devastated parents, hadn't helped law enforcement decode the digital breadcrumbs left behind by children who disappeared into the dark corners of the internet. The emoji patterns in Emma's messages matched a new scheme Sarah had been tracking: for wait until night, for join this specific gaming server, for keep the secret. But there were new ones too, ones she'd never seen. Each message was carefully crafted to seem random while carrying coded instructions. Sarah discovered that Emma had been invited to join what appeared to be an exclusive gaming community called StarCraft Elite. On the surface, it looked legitimate: professional website, active social media presence, even sponsored content. But Sarah had learned to dig deeper. The domain was only 3 months old. The testimonials were AI generated. The profile pictures were subtle deepfakes. The real breakthrough came when she found Emma's private Discord server. The conversations there made her blood run cold. Someone using the username Phoenix Rising was slowly, methodically, grooming not just Emma, but dozens of other teens. They used sophisticated manipulation techniques, creating a false sense of belonging while slowly isolating their targets from family and friends. But confronting Emma directly would be disastrous. Sarah had seen it before: teens retreating further into dangerous situations when they felt cornered. She needed a different approach, something that would help Emma recognize the danger without feeling judged or attacked. The solution came from an unexpected source: Emma's younger brother, Jake. At 11, he was a walking encyclopedia of YouTube trends and viral challenges. "Mom," he said one morning, mouthful of cereal, "why don't you just make a trend?" "That's what Ms. Rodriguez did when she wanted us to actually read our homework." That's when the plan began to take shape. Sarah reached out to her network of cybersecurity experts, social media influencers, and parent advocates. Together, they crafted a campaign that would appear organic while targeting the exact demographic being affected by these schemes. The first video was simple but powerful: parents sharing real stories of near misses with online predators, but with an emphasis on understanding and open dialogue rather than punishment. Sarah included subtle references to the emoji codes, knowing Emma would recognize them. She used her knowledge of social media algorithms to ensure the content would appear on Emma's FYP, For You page. But the campaign didn't stop there. Sarah worked with gaming influencers to create content exposing the tactics of fake gaming communities. She collaborated with child psychologists to develop resources for parents and teens. The hashtag Decoding Danger started trending, with thousands sharing their own experiences and close calls. The impact was bigger than she could have imagined. 3 days after the campaign launched, Emma came to her mother's home office, clutching her phone like a lifeline. "Mom," she whispered, tears streaming down her face, "I think I need to show you something. And I think other people need to see it too." What followed wasn't just a conversation, it was a revelation. Emma had been documenting everything: screenshots of conversations, voice recordings from Discord calls, lists of usernames and patterns she'd noticed. She hadn't been just another victim, she'd been gathering evidence, waiting for the right moment to come forward. Together, mother and daughter took their story public, careful to protect identities while exposing the sophisticated methods these predators used. Their first YouTube video, titled "What Your Emojis Are Really Saying," went viral within hours. Law enforcement reached out, leading to the identification and arrest of several predators operating similar schemes across the country. Today, Sarah and Emma run Digital Family, a YouTube channel with over 2 million subscribers. They've expanded beyond just safety warnings to create content about building genuine family connections in the digital age. Emma, now 16, hosts a popular segment called Teen Talk where she helps other teenagers recognize manipulation tactics while building healthy online relationships. The emoji combinations that once threatened to tear their family apart have become powerful teaching tools. Their most popular series, Decoding the Dark Web of Teen Social Media, has been adapted into a curriculum used by schools nationwide. Mike has even joined the mission, using his architectural visualization skills to create compelling graphics that explain complex online safety concepts to younger children. But perhaps their most important achievement isn't measured in views or subscribers. It's in the messages they receive daily from families who found their way back to each other, who've learned to navigate the digital world together rather than apart. It's in the conversations happening around dinner tables, where phones are present but no longer barriers. The Martinez family's story reminds us that in the digital age, the greatest dangers often hide in plain sight. But so do the solutions. Sometimes, the key to keeping our children safe isn't in restricting their online world, it's in helping them become savvy digital citizens who can recognize and resist manipulation. As Sarah often says in their videos, the most important messages aren't in what our children say, but in what they don't say. And the most powerful protection isn't control, it's connection. Their latest project? A worldwide initiative called Emoji Warriors, teaching parents and teens to turn potential weapons of manipulation into tools for empowerment. Because in the end, the best defense against digital dangers isn't fear, it's knowledge, understanding, and the unbreakable bond between parent and child.